Diamonds are a girl's best friend, but ask any Upper East Side girl to show you her most prized possession, and we bet the box is Vivier, not Cartier. But the truth is, just because the shoe fits doesn't mean you want to wear it. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Three Gossip Girls, a Gossip Girl podcast. I'm Liz.
And I'm Michelle.
Tonight we watched Season 4, Episode 19, Petty in Pink. Original air date, April 25th, 2011. Written by Amanda Lasher. Directed by Liz Freelander. Serena enlists Charlie to go undercover to determine why Blair and Dan are spending so much time together. With Nate's help, Raina decides to go on a search for her long-lost mother. Chuck's hopes about his legacy are dashed with the reveal of the devastating information from his past. Even though we kind of already
knew that,
did that last week, guys. So tonight, we had a pink drink.
It was so pretty.
From Starbucks. It wasn't the official pink drink because a pink drink from Starbucks is the strawberry acai refresher with coconut milk. It's seasonal, so they only had the dragon fruit mango refresher. So I was like, just throw some coconut milk in there. It's just a pink drink. It's the same thing. Delicious. It's even better than the strawberry acai, in my opinion.
I don't know if I've ever had the original, unless you bought it here.
Maybe, but I usually do the dragon fruit if they have it available.
I usually don't do the drinks.
No, I don't usually either, but it just so happens that today I was like, we're doing the pink drink for the pink party in honor of it was a breast cancer fundraiser, but I titled it Mean Girls for the Noopsy-esque women at the party. And also it's a Wednesday when this episode goes live. So on Wednesdays, we drink pink.
Yes.
And it's a pink drink from Starbucks.
Super cute. It works on so many levels.
Let's refresh everyone's memories every week on my three gossip words. So last week, I gave Michelle the word monitor. Now, I meant that for Lily's ankle monitor, but also Charlie was monitoring Dan, and Lucienne was watching Blair and Louis as well. Status, I also meant this for Lily. For her social status, now that she's on house arrest, it seems as though people are treating her a lot differently. And evidence, for Charlie wanting proof that Dan and Blair are together, canoodling possibly. So those are my three gossip words.
The evidence could also go with Raina and finding evidence.
That can also go. And Chuck finding evidence.
Andrew.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, these three words could be used for pretty much anyone.
And actually, Serena getting evidence from Charlie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. But let's start with Blair. So we open the episode. Blair is getting ready for her plans with Louis. And he mentions to her, nobody can know that I'm in town. This is very important. So they have to rearrange their plans a little bit so that nobody can spot them. So then Penelope and Jessica arrive to see Blair because she's giving them her schoolwork and they're questioning, hey, why are you not going to class? And now Blair, of course, can't tell them why, but she says she has a date. So Penelope and Jessica decide, hey, Gossip Girl, help us out and figure out who Blair is going out with.
Who are they loyal to?
They're definitely they're definitely not loyal to Blair.
But they show up because they want to be associated with.
Right. They want to be one of the cool kids, but if they can take down Blair and become the cool kid themselves, they'll do that too. That's just about the standing.
You guys are never going to become the cool
You're
kids.
never going to be them.
No.
Especially Jessica. She's like,
oh, poor Jessica.
And Penelope is so nasty.
I know.
She's so mean.
I know.
She would be a good Blair, I guess. So Blair and Louis, they have a lunch in private, which we'll get to, but someone has spotted him. And now his parents are sending a plane to come and get him because he admits the reason he's in New York is because he really wanted to see Blair and he really cares about her, but she is a commoner and his parents do not approve.
That's so hard to be royal.
The typical scenario, right? He also mentions to her that his handler had paid off one of Blair's friends to follow him. And so then Blair quickly realizes that it was Dan because he does bump into them at the restaurant. So to fill in everyone on Dan, he meets up with Rufus earlier in the day to tell him that he was hired to watch a prince for this undercover story, because we would just select Dan Humphrey for that reason.
But also props for you for getting a job.
Got
as
a
I
job.
use in quotes.
Mm-hmm. It's for a story, so he has to follow this prince who's hiding around, and immediately you're like, okay, shit, it's Louis.
Right, but Rufus is so proud.
He's so proud. He's like, good for you, Dan. You're making moves in your career. And so he says, have you talked to Vanessa? And Dan says, no, we're not, it's pretty much non-existent. And so Rufus does urge him to reach out. Don't give up your years of friendship. And so Dan does call Vanessa to meet for drinks later on. But before that, as we know, Blair realizes it must have been Dan that gave the information to this informant. And so we know Louis' advisor kind of tricked him into writing this article to follow him. So Dan has to kind of explain that to Blair. And they were in Dan's neck of the woods, mind you. It was Vesulka, so it was NYU territory. Right. And why are you over here? And now Dan realizes, okay, this is a conflict of interest. Blair is dating him, so I'm not going to write this article, and has to explain it to her. So now that Louis' family knows that he's in town, Blair has to come up with a plan to make it seem like she and him are not an item, or even possibility of an item, and that Dan and Blair are an item. So she tells Dan, you need to help me out because you pretty much outed that Louis was in town. And her plan is to pretend that they're dating so that Louis' advisor believes that Blair isn't a romantic prospect for him. Just so silly.
Well, yeah. And then that Louis is just here for a charity event.
Just for this random charity event in New York.
For breast cancer.
It's really important to him that he go to this.
What do you think of this plan?
This plan, I mean, did we think this was going to work?
Well, we know how it goes, but personally, what do you think of the plan?
I thought it was another way for Blair to want to kiss Dan again.
Right?
And all subconsciously in the deep gut of her gut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm glad we're on that page. And we know Lisa, our girl, who's steering the pair ship.
She is. We have a lot in the Discord chat. Everyone's on the SS pair,
the conversation between Blair and Padge and how she's telling him the plan, he's like, oh no, we have to tell Serena about this.
Yeah,
props to you.
He's skeptical. He's like, how is this going to work? It's going to be in front of Serena. And at first Blair's like, oh, Serena's not going to be there. But then the plan the party gets moved to the Vanderwoodsons. So now Serena's definitely going to be there. And Dan's like, wait, we're still going to go through with this? What about Serena? And Blair's like, there's no way we can tell her because she'll tell Chuck and then Chuck will tell her about the time we kissed before that. So we can't tell him. We can't tell her because I don't necessarily agree with this.
Yeah,
it probably would have been better if you told Serena the plan.
Also, you probably could have done a different plan.
And you could have done a different plan. Who's to say you had to kiss?
Right?
Could have done something else.
Like a hug.
Anything. I mean...
Or even bringing flowers.
Right. And we'll get to it, but even just Blair holding Dan's hand in front of Lucienne is confirmation they're dating. How is that confirmation?
Yeah. Very loose terms.
Exactly. It just ridiculous. But they decide to go through with this because Blair wants Louis to stay in New York for a little bit longer. And so, we have to go on to Serena and what she's up to. Serena, she got Vanessa's voicemail from last week. Vanessa spilled about the pair kiss. She knows they kissed and what Serena's going to do with this information. And so she doesn't want to believe it. She doesn't believe it, but just to make sure, she confides in Charlie and both of them kind of, go over the Gossip Girl website, their archives to see if Dan and Blair have ever really hung out.
I love also Charlie's like, why can't you just ask them?
And Serena's like, because they'll deny it and then I'll be mad. They'll be mad at me for accusing if not. And if it is, then I'm mad at them for not telling me.
Because they're the worst friends ever.
Right. Does that really make you the worst friends ever?
And so by snooping, you're just going to put pieces together and assume.
Assume. And we all know what assuming does.
I mean... obviously we know the truth, so...
Right. We as the audience know the truth. Serena doesn't know the truth. She has to put all these pieces together, and it's not really making sense.
What also
to her.
we're seeing here too is Charlie getting a taste of, oh, this is how you guys operate.
This is how you guys talk to each other. You have to go and spot each other on the map.
Right, like how to use the
You
gospel
follow
map.
each other. Yeah.
This is, I'm in this social world. This is how it works. I'm storing this. This is how I'm taking it.
Yeah,
she's
she's
learning
like, oh.
the verbiage and the language.
Right. She's become accustomed to being on the Upper East Side. So they go through the whole website. There are some instances, as we know, where they were together as friends, and Serena just chalks up that circumstance. But then a blast goes out on Gossip Girl that Blair has a mystery date. So Serena says, hey, Charlie, can you go? Because if I'll be spotted if I go, but you go and spy and see who Blair's going out with.
You made a really good point. Why wouldn't Charlie be put on Gossip Girl?
Right, like Juliet was put on Gossip Girl. She was dating Nate. Charlie, a Vanderwoodson cousin in town, you should sure as hell would be on Gossip Girl.
Like Lily's niece.
Lily's niece.
Carol's daughter.
She's a big player here, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we're not messing around. So the fact that she's not on there is interesting. Yeah. So, as we know, Blair and Louis met up at Vasilka, and Charlie tracks Blair to that restaurant. She sees her go in. She also sees Dan go in, not knowing who Louis is, but Louis is already at the restaurant. So she turns her back to call Serena to tell her, yes, they are at the same restaurant. Doesn't realize that Dan is leaving and Blair is meeting up with Louis. So she calls Serena, hey, come down here because I have proof. Serena goes in the restaurant. It's Louis and Blair. Okay. No confirmation here. And she says, oh, Charlie, you must have been confused. You've met so many people these past couple of weeks here, and don't worry about it. We got confirmation that Blair and Dan are not together, and we're good. So Charlie's like, no, I'm not a liar. Like, I know who Dan is. Like, I know who, I saw him here. So she's determined now, I'm going to go follow Dan and prove that, yes, he is with Blair or whatever he's up to. And so she follows him. She ends up screenshotting a picture of Blair and Dan going tie shopping because now we have this plan in motion. And so she sent it to Serena.
I get it. I'd probably feel the same way.
I'd be like, oh, don't call me, not a liar, but like, you don't believe me.
I know what I saw. And so I would probably do the same thing and follow and then take a picture. And I'm glad she took a picture. It's like, take the picture to have proof.
Right. And now Serena's like, oh, okay, they're shopping for ties together. This is weird. Maybe I should be suspicious of it. So we're at the fundraiser party. It gets moved to the Vanderwoodsons, as we said. So Blair tells Serena how she is so excited to be dating a prince and she can't wait for it to get out, but she can't tell anyone just yet. And Serena's acting very aloof because she's like, I don't know if you're lying to me. And then she also asks, how did Dan's here? Did you know he was going to be here? And Blair's like, of course I didn't. She denies it. And I heard Dan and I just left. So Charlie tells Serena that Dan and Blair must want to feel an urge to sneak off somewhere and get some alone time. So Charlie will be the one to get this evidence. And so Serena says, well, if Blair wants to act like she doesn't have feelings for Dan, then she won't care if you go and flirt with him. I guess to just stir it up and see how Blair acts around Dan.
You know what also, going back to when they're entering the party?
Yeah.
And Blair is with Louis.
Yes.
And she's like, I'll go up first. This whole plan's going to work. I'm just going to go kiss him.
And Louis like, kiss him?
And she's like, why do you have to kiss him? And she's
why
like,
do you?
Well, now I'm going back to what we talked about of subconsciously of the deep down depths.
Right. Why do you have to kiss him?
Because we want to.
Because we want to kiss him.
That's why. Got it.
It was a life-altering kiss, mind you.
That's right.
Yeah. But we have to figure out if Blair is jealous. So Charlie goes over and starts flirting with Dan. I wouldn't really consider it flirting. They're literally just having a conversation.
Not flirting.
But of course, Blair comes over and she like shames Charlie. This is Serena's ex-boyfriend. You should be more loyal to her. And come on, Dan, we have to do something. And so it's obvious that her and Dan have a plan or they're maybe into each other. And so Charlie's like, okay, they definitely are. Something's up here.
Yeah, like I'm definitely going to follow you. But also maybe if we saw her maybe, like ha 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 and playfully touch.
But we didn't.
And also Blair, why can't it just be that she's being friendly to the family member.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're a cousin. And Blair to say that to Serena's cousin?
It's the roast of feminism.
That's just...
Oh my God, I just turned it full circle.
Yeah. But it's just so rude.
It is rude. She's always
Why
rude,
would you do
though.
it to Serena's family, though?
She's always fucking rude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Louis' advisor, Lucien, does arrive to this party, and he sees Blair and Dan head upstairs. So Blair and Dan have to go and follow through with their plan. They head upstairs. We don't see what actually happens, but we do get the confirmation because Charlie follows them up, and she takes a video of the kiss and posts on Gossip Girl. So now the whole party sees this video of Dan and Blair not just kissing. They're like making out. It's not like a one sweet like embrace kiss. It's like a couple of times, you know? It looks like a good kiss. I'm just saying.
Hands are touching faces.
It's very, it seems to be a little passionate. And so Blair has to like confirm for Lucienne that yes, me and Dan are dating. And so she confirms it in front of Penelope, in front of Jessica, in front of the whole party. And
what cracks me up is when she does that, Lucienne just like,
okay, nods.
Work is done here. Gets his briefcase. I'm out of here.
Yep, that's it. Got what I was paid to do. And he leaves. Got the confirmation Blair and Dan are dating. So then Blair and Dan are like, oh shit, we have to go find Serena and explain this to her. But Louis finds her first. And he's like, why is everyone making such a big deal about this? They were just trying to help me. But then Serena says, well, they've been seeing each other secretly all winter. And, you know, she's been lying to you.
I see what you're doing here,
yes,
Serena.
But how do you know that for sure?
Well, think about it. It feels like she's been lied to all day. And so now it's like, no, this is BS. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to ruin your little whatever you got going on right now.
Yeah. And so Louis does seem hurt. Blair says, I'll explain it to you. Dan and I are just friends. And then she says, Serena, why did you out me like that to Louis? And they bring her into the room and they're trying to explain to Serena, we were just trying to help Louis. And Serena says, well, what about the kiss, a month or two ago? And they're like, it was a mistake, or I hope it didn't want it to happen. And so because they didn't tell her that, she's upset.
Well, yeah, but also in this moment, we have Padge and Blair answering differently. Biggest regret of my life, wishing it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because he can't get over it.
He can't get over it.
And she's like, I need to get over it.
Right. Which, yeah, she needs to get over it.
And
there's no way she can cope with this.
And he can't get over it.
And he can't get over it. He can't get over it. Yeah. He does. He tells Charlie he can't get over it.
He can't get over it.
Mm-hmm.
We have confirmation now.
I know. And it made my little pear heart flutter a little bit.
Same. It grew 3 sizes.
Right. Yeah. But neither of them can deny this kiss happened. So Serena's hurt. She says to Blair that you just want everything I want. And Blair's like, that's so typical of you to say. And you're upset that now the attention isn't on you. This conversation was not necessary to have because that's not really what the root of the problem is here.
Okay, you felt that way too?
Yeah,
I felt. This is always the argument that these two have.
It's the same argument over and over again. And this didn't need to be brought up in that circumstance.
Do you think we're supposed to think, like, yes, okay, Serena is the it girl, right?
Yeah.
She's followed on Gossip Girl. At this point, I feel like we do get a lot of Blair, but maybe because we're watching Blair's story, we're not seeing it on Gossip Girl.
We see so much of Blair. Like, it feels like the Blair show, not the Serena show.
At times, yeah.
Right. So I feel like...
But in this realm, I don't think it's presented that way.
No, it's not. It's
clearly
not supposed to be presented that way.
And also, what did you think of Serena's answer to, you guys are two of my best friends, why didn't you just tell me the truth?
Yeah. And they were like, we didn't want to hurt you.
Right.
Well, you're hurting her now by sort of keeping it from her.
I mean, she was involved with Ben.
She was involved with Ben. She's been involved with many people. She's been very distracted. Blair, hasn't been so distracted. She's distracted with Chuck, right? All the time. So, and Michelle and I were making the point of like, okay, so Serena, I mean, not to bring up past, but like, Serena literally cheated with Nate while they were dating.
She slept with Nate.
Like, there's, if you want to tit for tat here.
Right, if you want to go there.
So yes, you're older and more wiser maybe now, but it's, it's the same thing. Like, imagine how Blair felt is maybe how you feel now. I don't know the argument.
But you still have gone back to Nate.
Right.
It's not like it was a one and done.
Right. No, then it was clear there was emotions there. It wasn't a one-time thing.
Right.
So you're allowed to feel for multiple people. And yes, I understand, like, this is your friend's ex, and Serena, I think, even says it in this episode, like, I don't want to be with Dan. I'm so far from that. But, like, just the fact that they didn't tell me is wrong. So yes and no.
But then she said, I hope you two are happy because I'm done.
Right.
You
lost me.
And we're like, wow, Serena, you forgive everyone. Juliet, Ben, Lily.
Yep.
Everyone else.
Yep. But
these two.
Not these two.
Maybe not yet.
Right.
I think in the future.
Yes. And I think maybe we'll realize that you kind of blew this out of proportion just a little bit, especially with the last scene with Serena, which we'll get to. But after the night is over, Blair does see Louis and tells him and explains that Dan and I are just friends and I only have eyes for you. And he says, okay, well, if you're ready to go public, I am too. And so they come out of the car and they kiss and the paparazzi swarm and take their photos. Later that evening, Charlie does go pay Dan a visit, as we said, and she's apologizing for pretending to flirt with him. She feels badly for taking the video. And this is when she says to him, like, it looks like you really enjoyed that kiss, though.
Also, why is she sorry?
Well, because I guess Serena kind of coerced her into doing it a little bit.
Yeah, but you were helping your cousin out,
right,
for the truth to come out. So now you're going behind your cousin's back. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Being like, oh, I'm sorry I did that. But then if Serena saw you there, I bet she'd be pretty upset with you.
Right.
Whose team are you on?
Right. And now it's like, okay, if you're hurt that Blair didn't tell you about Dan, maybe you want to, like, second guess want to watch your cousin.
Right.
about what could potentially happen there. But then, as we said, she says to Dan, like, that kiss definitely looked like you felt you have feelings for Blair. And he goes, yeah, I just don't know what to do with them. I'm trying to get over it. And it was really sweet. And he asks her to stay, I guess, to numb the pain of Blair.
Bored.
And at that moment, she tells him, if it wasn't for Vanessa telling Serena all of this, probably wouldn't have happened. And he thought that was Chuck that told Serena all of this. And so now, knocking on the door is Vanessa, opens the door, and he's like, I was going to stand you up because I am pissed and we are no longer friends. Like, that's it.
Well, they had the phone call. Did we discuss that?
Briefly.
We did.
Yes.
Okay.
That they wanted to talk tonight.
Right. And the fact that she just thought, like, oh, well, if he doesn't want to meet me out, I'll just come by the apartment.
I'll just come by the apartment. Yeah, she was like, if you were too tired, I guess maybe
we could just hang in here.
We can just hang here. And he's like, I was gonna stand you up anyway because I am done with this. And she's like, I can explain. I'm like, what are you going to explain though?
Yeah, because she was going to explain the whole kiss situation and what was in your favor for that?
Right. And she was like, I was just worried about you. Obviously, something's wrong if you were into Blair Waldorf. And I knew that I couldn't get through. So I tried to get Serena to get through to you. How does that? No, that doesn't make any sense.
No sense.
And you were just like fired up in the moment and you decided to call Serena. And you didn't benefit from any of it. Actually, you just lost your best friend.
Yep. Like for real.
For real. Like for real.
I don't know actually what her purpose is anymore. Is she gone? You don't have to tell me.
She's not on the island.
She's not.
She's not on the island.
Okay. Wait, she's on.
She's not.
She's not.
Not on the island, but she might as well be, Mm-hmm. And after this, we see that Dan and Charlie are cheersing. Seems to be, maybe something's a brewing there. And then our last scene with them is with the kids, I should say. Serena is, I guess, upset. I can't really read her here, but she calls Jean-Michel, who we met first episode of the season with Louis. It was like his friend from Paris. And she's like, yeah, I just wanted to catch up and see how you and Louis were doing. So who knows what the hell that's all about.
Petty. ...
In pink. On that. She's petty for sure in pink. We'll see about that. Let's talk about Lily. We reveal in this episode that she is sentenced to house arrest. So technically arrested, but not in jail. And she's wearing an ankle monitor. And it's revealed that Lily is helping out at the fundraiser, but she can't leave her house, so I guess she was just trying to help with goodie bags or something.
Right.
So Anne Archibald arrives to tell Lily that they don't need her help on the goodie bags anymore, and pretty much like, haha, ta-ta.
You're canceled.
You're canceled. We're not really wanting you to be, we're not wanting to socialize with you. And so this, upsets Lily, but it upsets Rufus more because he overhears this and he tells Eric, we need to do something to help your mom feel better. So Rufus and Eric and Serena come up with this plan that Serena's going to blackmail the co-chair, Bubbles.
Bubbles McIntosh.
Bubbles.
Who?
Bubbles McIntosh.
The F is Bubbles McIntosh. Are you a clown or are you a bulldog? I really wanted this to go comical because she
I know.
Like a kiss.
So Bubbles McIntosh apparently wanted to kiss Serena at the last fundraiser pink party. And now Serena's going to use this as blackmail. I don't really see how this is blackmail. You can kiss whoever you want to kiss, but okay. So the blackmail does work and the party gets moved to the Vanderwoodsons so that Lily can attend. So she's happy, doesn't understand really how this happened, but happy nonetheless. And she sees her friends, and I'll put that in air quotes, and she's happy they have a change of heart, but Eric overhears them pretty much talking shit about her behind her back. Did you find Bubbles?
Well, no, I wanted to Google Bubbles McIntosh, and it just was like a recap. Mm-hmm. Your monitor is showing a Vulture article. And then...
Yeah, we never get to meet Bubbles McIntosh, unfortunately.
I just need to know. I need a vision of what Bubbles is. Don't you think of a clown?
I guess. I think of like a very like snotty, snooty woman.
Really?
Like what I'm trying to vision based off of what we know, which is not much at all. No, I didn't get dog or clown.
Is it is it bad that I want someone to send us a sketch
of
Bubbles
that.
McIntosh?
What do you guys think Bubbles McIntosh looks like? Let us know.
Can you please sketch it out? And it could be a stick figure.
Oh, yeah.
I want a visual of Bubbles McIntosh.
Yeah, same. Or you can just like put like a Pinterest board of like things that you think
if you want to make a board.
Look like.
Or he.
Bubbles could be a he.
Of course.
Of course. Could be whatever they want.
A horse, a dog, a clown, a cat.
Yeah. So because Bubbles was blackmailed, Anne goes and confronts Lily. And she says that, of course you would get the party moved. You blackmailed. And Rufus steps in. He's like, Lily didn't have any part of this. It was me. And Anne pretty much just like laughs in Lily's face, says your ankle monitor is showing, and goodbye because you're not really one of us anymore. And Lily is like, okay. So she marches herself to the elevator and she heads downstairs to alert the police that she's broke her parameters, I guess, of where her house arrest would be. And so she thanks them, the officers, for coming because now they can break up her party.
There's a noise violation.
There's a noise violation. The neighbors are complaining. And so the party gets broken up. And then later in the day, Rufus is like, I'm so sorry that this happened. And she's like, I don't even care. I don't care to ever see these women ever again. They're Botox faces. Mm-hmm. And I just want to be with my boo.
So cute.
Very sweet. Yeah, they're going to watch 100 movies together.
And we also found out 6 to 9 months.
Potentially 6 to 9 months of being on house arrest.
Wow.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't seem like that long,
Right, of course.
But for that, it's a lot of movies.
Yeah. And waffles, because he'll be making
and waffles. She's going to gain probably a lot of weight. Mm-hmm. And then we have to sum up the last portion, the portion we forget about all the time, the Nate, Raina, Chuck stuff.
The
triangle. So Over at the Empire, Raina begins her search to find her mother with Nate's help. She shows him a box of documents and photos of what was given to her. And so Nate encourages her, hey, maybe you should talk to Chuck because he had to find his mother sort of too. He would understand what you're going through. And so Chuck does overhear them. He sees a picture lying on the floor and puts the pieces together that Raina is trying to find her mom. So he hires his PI to go and snoop and see if Raina's mom actually is dead. Because just because Russell said she is doesn't necessarily mean that she is. So he tells Nate to hold off on finding her mother since it won't be easy for Raina, but this is also a way for him to kind of bide some time of finding out if she's dead or alive. So Raina and Nate find out there's a potential match for her mother in New Jersey, and so they go out to Jersey to see if they can talk with her. And so Chuck kind of invites himself to come, and Raina says it's okay because maybe you can give me some moral support since you know what I'm going through. So the three of them head to Jersey, and they are waiting on their waitress, and she comes over and her name tag says Avery, and they ask if she's Avery Thorpe, and she says she is, but she's not her mother.
Right.
It was never in God's plan for her to have children. She's sorry, but hopefully you would find what you're looking for. And so Raina was, of course, defeated, and she says it was a mistake, so the three of them head home. And then later that night, Chuck has to admit to Nate what Russell told him, that Avery is dead. So now Nate has to hold up this information. And then Andrew Tyler, Chuck's PI, comes in.
He has a last name?
Andrew Tyler, yeah.
Or is that like two first names?
No, Andrew Tyler.
Oh, okay.
Is his name.
We just say Andrew Tyler.
Yes.
From now on, Andrew Tyler.
Andrew Tyler.
The PI.
The PI.
Got it.
He comes and presents Chuck with a box, and in the box is some cassette tapes because Bart would keep evidence of this fire. And so he gives him the cassette tape, and he says, on it is your dad and Avery fighting, and then your dad hurries out of the building, but Avery is left in, and the fire starts, and she's never heard from again.
This also makes me think, oh my God, is he? Oh no, that wouldn't make sense. A father. But that wouldn't make sense.
If
like Bart, not even a
Bart
father.
Was
if Bart
father?
No, more of like Bart and Avery had an affair.
Right.
Like I could see
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out maybe if that's the case.
Also, I just want to circle back to how awkward we thought Chuck was in a diner.
Oh, well, he just doesn't belong there for sure in the suit. And then him trying to be polite to people actually gives me the creeps.
Smile, we don't like
it.
I
hate it. It makes me super uncomfortable seeing him smile, to be honest.
Yeah. Just little notes. God. That we've noticed.
Yeah. So on that note, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll be on with Theo and Cordy from Freaky Franchise Podcast. And we're going to discuss this episode in all of its glory. So.
I'm Theo.
And I'm Cordy.
And together we host
Freaky Franchise,
a podcast where we unmask horror movies based on quantity over quality.
We watch horror franchises movie by movie and review every single one.
That's right. We don't skip a single film, no matter how bad or difficult to find it is.
And we ask the important questions, such as,
why are Freddy's arms so long?
Why is there so much butt touching in these movies?
And, of course, the most obvious, is Candyman hot?
It's hard to tell.
You can join us every other Friday at freakyfranchise.com or wherever you find podcasts.
Welcome back from break. We are here with Theo and Cordy from Freaky Franchise Podcast. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you for having us. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's so cool to be here.
Yeah, thank you for coming. We're so excited to hear your Gossip Girl journey. Now, Cordy, you have watched the entirety of the show, correct?
Yes, I watched it all when it was on Netflix when I was like 14. So that was,
wow.
I haven't watched it since then though, so it's been a while. I'm 21 now, so it's been a while.
Okay, yeah, so it's been a couple years.
Yeah.
But I remember a lot of things. weirdly. And yet there are also still so many surprises.
Yes, definitely. And Theo, you haven't completed yet?
No, so I am like a few episodes ahead of the episode that we're talking about today.
Oh, wow. So you're like right there with us.
Right there, yeah.
Okay, so you and Michelle are in the same boat, pretty much.
Do you know anything that happens?
I do. So I know who Gossip Girl is.
So do
I won't say anything, but yeah.
Thank you. Yes,
That
we like
was
to keep...
hard to miss, I think, after it being out for so many years before I started watching it.
Yes.
So you knew before you started watching, or was it spoiled for you? Yeah. Okay.
I knew before I started watching it.
Okay. And then, Cordy, were you just like, we have to watch it anyway. It doesn't matter that you know who
Obviously.
it is. Yeah.
Of course.
What drew you to the show originally, Cordy? Did you have friends or family that watched it, or you were just like, this show seems interesting, I'll just catch it?
I watched just a lot of that like kind of show at the time, I think, like Pretty Little Liars and all of that. Actually, this is kind of embarrassing, but I watched a lot of Gossip Girl content on Vine at the time. And like they made it
Vine was like a hot
really,
second
really
for us, yeah.
Yeah, they made it look really intriguing, so I was like, okay, I gotta see this.
Wow, I love that.
And were you surprised about it? Did you like it, or were you like, wow, this show is just crazy, but you couldn't stop watching?
I was definitely like, for the first few seasons, I was pretty hooked because I feel like at that age, I didn't really understand why so many of the characters were like terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So for the first few seasons, I was like, oh my god, the drama, I love it. But I think in the later seasons, there's some really, really annoying characters. And that's when I was kind of like, okay, like this show's not amazing, but I'm still going to watch it, obviously, because at that point I had to finish the mystery. Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. We don't generally start shows and not finish them. So, and how are you liking it, Theo?
I'm enjoying it. It feels very nostalgic to me in a weird way because I didn't watch it when it was on. But like every time they play a song, I'm like, oh my god, I love this song in middle school or high school.
It's a time capsule.
And like the style, because I knew, even though I didn't watch it at the time, it was sort of in the culture. So I knew that like Blair and Serena were both like style icons in their own ways. And then you watch it now, and the clothing's just insane.
Mm-hmm.
But it really captured a moment in time.
Yeah,
definitely.
For sure. I know. I love it. The soundtrack for, I don't know if you guys have ever watched The OC, but that's another Schwartz and Savage show. And the music on that show, and they have brought over the music on this show, it's just so nostalgic and feels so many things. And then when you watch, I think oh my God, the scene where Chuck and Blair first kiss for the first time in the limo. Is that a Simple Plan? I forget who sings that song.
I don't remember.
I forget, and like, of course, the song now is escaping me. Like, what kind of idiot am I? But like hearing that song over again, I just automatically think that's the scene, you know, and like so that it really is like a time capsule. It triggers a lot of memories of watching it. So, so Cordy, who would you say is your favorite character then? There are no wrong answers.
I just she is so iconic. I hate a lot of her actions, most of her actions.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I love her. I can't help it.
Theo, do you have a favorite yet, Theo?
I love Eric. I just adore him.
Yes,
He's just like he deals with so much. Like, there's just, I feel like he's always surrounded by the drama, and he's very rarely causing it.
Yeah.
He is sometimes, because he likes to get into little, what do you call it? Like, little schemes.
Little schemes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he takes after little Jay a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I adore him.
Totally.
I feel bad that I left out my other favorite character, who's obviously Cyrus Rose.
Oh, yeah. That's number one.
That's probably the best character to ever grace the show.
Every time he comes on, I get so excited.
Same. I adore Cyrus, and we adore Dorota as well. I feel like
I love Dorota.
Cyrus, Dorota, and Eric are like pretty much
the gems
of the show because they keep out of everything. They have the great one-liners.
Yeah.
Just like Cyrus is a ball of sugar. He's such a mush. I love him.
I know every time there's a holiday episode, I'm like, is Cyrus going to be there?
Yeah.
Can we get some Cyrus?
We haven't seen him in a while.
I love the Passover episode because I always, like, we celebrated Passover growing up. And so I always said, like, it's so weird to me that more shows don't do a Passover Seder episode because the drama is so intense.
And you're
like
drinking.
Thanksgiving episode, but no one can eat.
Everybody's drinking. You have to.
Everybody's drinking and no one's eating.
Yeah,
and everybody's hungry.
Yeah,
100%.
When I got to the Seder episode,
it was awesome.
It was so good.
Yeah, I thoroughly appreciate that because you don't see Judaism really represented, especially in a teen drama.
No,
right?
They don't really. Highlight. It's always highlighted Christmas. Christmas is always highlighted.
But that's a Schwartz thing because they do that in the OC as well.
Right. Well, yeah, because he's Jewish, so we appreciate that.
Yeah, much appreciate Passover
for the fellow Jews out there.
Yeah.
So we'll get started with some questions from our listeners. We will start with Will. So Theo and Michelle, do you think Louis and Blair are endgame? Look at Michelle's face.
I'm going to say no.
Michelle believes that Cher is endgame. So.
I don't root for Cher.
No, we don't root for
I
Cher,
am,
but
very much certain, and that's going off of nothing, and I really hope I'm wrong, but I'm really certain that they're endgame. So, yeah.
Cordy, since you've seen this entire series, how do you feel about Cher?
It's really bad.
Do you stand? Oh, you don't
back,
stand.
No. Especially watching it back for a second time, I'm like, oh my God, how? Like, because the first time I was like, oh, it's not great, but like they're cute, they're in love. No, it's horrible. It's so horrible.
Yeah, I think that's the general consensus for everyone who watches the show. If you've seen it, if you saw it one time through a long, long time ago, you're like, it's not that bad. They are toxic, but they love each other. And then you watch it again with older eyes and you're like, oh, hell no. And even at this point, Michelle and I, when he's on the screen, just in general, we just can't stand him. Even if he's just not doing anything, he's just standing there. We're like, please go. We can't take it.
Yeah, we don't like him.
Yeah.
Cordy, do you think Louis and Blair are endgame?
Probably not.
I'm sorry, Theo, since you haven't seen it.
So I don't think they are because I just can't picture that working out. And there's still a couple more seasons, so I don't think they're going to make Blair a princess anytime soon. But I love Louis because he's just so French.
Yes.
He's so French.
He's French in real life.
Yeah.
From what I understand.
Tell, like his accent, I feel like you can tell he's like legit French.
Like a French speaking American.
Yeah. I love a French accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's different because we don't ever get to see that.
No.
Yeah. It's
on
always
this show,
very
at least.
like overdone.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Mike wants to know, will Vanessa disappear again, Michelle?
Yes. We kind of talked about it in the first half of the show because at this point, I'm like, what's her purpose? She has ruined all of her relationships. And I liked Vanessa in the beginning. I wasn't one of those people that hated her because everyone's like, Vanessa's the worst. Vanessa's the worst. I'm like, I'm waiting for her to become the worst.
She's not the worst.
She's not the worst. It's just sad at this point.
It's sad.
Really sad. What do you guys feel about Vanessa? Do you think she's gone?
I'm sure she'll keep popping back up here and there, but she's going to leave again. Nothing's going well for her. She has no reason to be there.
No, she has no one.
Yeah. I feel bad at this point because she just keeps coming back to get like sent away again to get like knocked back down. Yeah. It's just like, why do you keep coming back?
She keeps doing the wrong thing, but she also, I feel like, is trying to fix it and just doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
So I was very irritated with her, and now I just kind of feel bad.
Right. I think we feel the same, and she hasn't really had like any positive conversation with anyone pretty much in the entire season. It's season 4. We haven't had any positive moments with her because of the whole Juliet fiasco, and now she's trying to stir up shit with Blair and Dan, and it's like she's just, I feel like she's forcing it, and she should probably just take a step back and not really try and meddle again. She's like trying to help, but we're not really explaining why you're trying to help, like what your purpose of doing it is. So
I just still don't understand her reasoning for telling Serena, like on the phone, like leaving that voicemail that she was trying to help. How is that about Blair and Padge?
Right, that's not really helping anything. You're just trying to hurt Padge, I think. Yeah. Oh, sorry. We call Dan Padge. I don't know if you guys know this. We call him Padge. Okay. I feel like we always have to preface that on the podcast, but sometimes people listen, so I never know. Mike also wants to know, do we blame Serena for telling the prince that Blair and Padge have been seeing each other for months?
I don't think she did that maliciously. I think it was her figuring out in that moment, like, well, they're having an affair. So I think I would be as fed up as Serena is, because she's been trying to figure out the truth the whole day. And then finally in front of her, she's like, my best friend's lying to me. Padge is clearly also a part of this. Like, they're clearly having an affair. I don't blame her for that part.
Right. She kind of jumped to conclusions with having minimal proof of everything. And so her thinking that is not justified.
Right.
And so in that moment, like, yeah, I'm hurt, and Louis, you should be careful of Blair, because you should always be careful of Blair. You know, so I don't blame her. Yeah, she is so scary. She's so mean. Do you see the way she was talking to him in the tie store? She's just like, like you don't know what a butler's corner is.
I know.
You're a cater waiter. She's just nasty. But what do you guys think about Serena telling Louis about Dan and Blair?
I don't blame her. I feel like Serena does a lot of stuff that I'm like, girl, what are you doing? But in this episode, I felt like it was justified. Like, clearly Blair's keeping a secret from her, like whatever that is. There's weird stuff going on with Dan. And I feel like after, I guess it was just a day, right? It's not even like 24 hours. But of a Gossip Girl packed day of all of that stuff happening. And if I had a friendship like Serena and Blair's, I don't know what I would do.
I'd be so tired.
I don't think anyone has a friendship like Serena and Blair's.
It
is exhausting.
Split up and gotten back together so many times.
And it's almost always the same fight, too.
It's
like the exact same premise.
The fight that we pretty much had in this episode, which didn't even coincide with what happened. It was Blair saying, oh, you don't like people in your shadow, and Serena saying, you want what I have. So it's like, that's the same conversation that they always have, but where did it come from in this sense? Like, Dan and Blair hanging out, really, it didn't make sense to me, or Michelle. So
no.
With that being said, though, do we think that Blair and Dan should have told Serena prior to their plan what was going to happen?
This is such a bad plan.
This is such a
plan
bad plan.
If it was a different plan, yes. But this plan was, I wouldn't have told anyone. It's embarrassing.
The plan should never have happened. It was very bad.
So we are very much big fans of Blair and Padge. Like, we ship them.
Interesting.
Yes. Okay, right. Very interesting.
It's not the common response.
No, but to me, they have the most chemistry on screen. And so we were talking, and Liz said she thinks that, and I kind of do agree, that Blair came up with this plan because she just wanted to kiss Padge again.
It was a life-changing kiss.
Subconsciously, deep down.
You know, they didn't have to kiss.
They didn't.
There could have been some other plan to make whatever his name was, the advisor, to believe that Dan and Blair were dating. I don't think they needed to kiss. And
I feel like a
they
lot
did.
of Blair's plans involve kissing.
Yeah.
If she gets an opportunity, she's like, great.
Right?
Yeah. True.
Yeah, I like them as friends.
Yes.
I don't ship them. That's just, it's a little too much
do.
for me. Do you?
We got another one.
Like, I don't know. I don't really like any of the couples on the show that much
fair.
in general.
They all make
Except
bad
maybe
choices.
Serena
Right.
and Nate, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They're like interesting. They're fun. I like their vibe.
It would keep
It's so different from
Serena
most of the
and
other
Dan away from
relationships
each
on the
other?
show. Yes.
Yes.
That would
which
make
I would
me happy.
appreciate.
Yes, we as well would appreciate. Theo, so far, actually, who do you think is the best match for Serena? Or does she just not have one?
She's just dated some real duds.
Mhm.
But I think out of everyone she's dated, I think Nate's the best for her.
Yeah,
She
we
seems
toy
the
back and forth
most
at that too.
Normal when she's dating him.
Mhm.
Like her life kind of levels out a little bit. And then, something will happen and she has to go like find her dad or whatever.
Yeah,
But
Right,
there's
right.
like these moments of just peace in her life, which I really want for her.
right. She
Yeah.
has such a chaotic life. There's always something happening there, and she's just going from guy to guy to guy to kind of avoid it all. And so as you're watching her, I mean, Michelle and I talk about this every week, but it's just, we're so tired of her going from guy to guy to guy to guy
Yeah.
that we just want her to be alone for just a little bit and just like
Yeah.
understand yourself and what you need and why you're having these patterns of going from guy to guy to guy.
So this
to guy
would
to guy.
be second episode of her alone.
Yeah, so this is good. We're making some
I'm gonna
moves.
keep it. I'm gonna keep.
We're going to keep a
tally.
track of how many episodes Serena is
Okay.
single.
We've had
So
2 so far.
yeah. So following up to that question, Mike also wants to know, do we think that Serena would understand the plan of Dan and Blair having to kiss? Maybe I don't know if she knew prior that they already had the kiss, if she would understand this time, but maybe if she didn't know about the first kiss, she'd be like, okay, I see what you're doing here. You're just trying to help out Louis. But since now she knows they kissed twice, now she's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's
You know?
fishy.
Right.
Yes,
I feel like
exactly.
if you know they kissed once and then they're like, oh, we have a secret plan to kiss again, but it doesn't mean anything. I feel like I'd be like,
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't
like,
mean
sure, it
anything.
doesn't.
Sure. Right. That's how I would see it too if I was
Yeah.
Serena. So I don't think she would understand if she knew about the first kiss that they would have to do the second kiss.
No, I don't think so either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mike also wants to know, was Dan too harsh on Vanessa? I thought he was a little harsh. I mean, not too harsh because I'm over it already, but I thought he was a bit like harsh to her. I don't know.
I don't
I was
think
like,
he was
ooh.
actually. I loved him saying, I was actually going to stand you
Stand
up
you up.
tonight.
Yeah.
He's sick of the BS.
He's sick of it. Yeah. What do you guys think?
I agree. I feel like Dan just sort of goes along with so much and kind of gets himself into that drama all the time. So I like him being like,
Yeah.
I was going to stand you up. I'm sick of it. Bye. And
Yeah.
she's just gotten, she's been awful to him.
Bruh.
He was rude, but
Yeah, he was rude, but she didn't have to snitch on him. Like, it wasn't her business.
Right. And also her just being like, oh, I was going to explain the phone calls to Serena tonight. What were you going to explain?
How were you going to explain that? And then he probably would have walked out on you anyway.
Right.
You know?
Right. So it was kind of inevitable.
It was inevitable. Yeah, at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Mike wants to know, will Jean-Michel become Serena's new boo?
I hope
I
not.
hope not is right. I don't even remember what the guy looked like.
No.
Let's not bring him back.
No.
I don't either. She called him and I was like,
No.
you have not spoken to this man in so long. Why are
In
you
19
doing
episodes.
this?
It was the
Right.
first episode that we meet him, and that's pretty much it.
Petty? Being
Yeah,
petty.
just being petty. She was
Yeah.
just trying to stir something up.
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure what her plan was, honestly.
yeah.
right?
I
He's
know.
also
I
in
mean,
France.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And I think the only thing I could get from that is give me more dirt on Louis,
Yeah.
and that's about it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't really understand the motive of calling Jean-Michel. So
No.
Vic wants to know, do we think Charlie likes Dan?
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
going to say yeah, and I know what happens.
So I have seen far enough ahead to know the answer to this.
Mm-hmm.
But also it's It's a lot.
It's a lot more than just that.
Yeah, I mean, so our listeners have been saying that the next couple episodes are so insane, and Liz has said that too. So I cannot wait to see what happens. I know Charlie. I don't think this is good news.
Michelle thinks Charlie is there because she wants to be an Upper East Sider, and
clearly, yeah, she's stirring the pot, and I'm very excited to see how she does it.
Yeah. So do we think that if Charlie has feelings for Dan, is Dan going to retaliate?
Yeah, but I think in a not a like I actually like you kind of way.
Just like a nice thing.
What else do I have going on?
Right. And now he's like having to distract himself from liking Blair. He does admit he likes Blair, guys.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh my God.
It's confirmed.
It was confirmed. We were super excited about that. But, it's a crush. Ultimately, he's going to get his heart broken. So it's...
Right. I know.
He needs to distract himself with someone, and I guess that would be Charlie. So this should be good.
Yeah.
Right. Blair doesn't want him. Serena's not having him.
Yeah.
Charlie's there.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
Isn't that awful? And she knows
Yeah.
that he's weak right now. She's relating. She's like, wow, you really like her. I could tell. So you're going to get in that friend. But then Padge will quickly, next episode. I do. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
Tish wants to know, will Nate or Chuck be the one to tell Raina about her mom?
You've seen what happened. Everyone's seen some. I think Nate. I think Chuck will let Nate do it. Or maybe together. Is together an option? Since
sure, they could do it together.
This triangle is doing this thing together.
Yeah.
Yeah, together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Theo and Cordy. Tish wants to know, will you watch the reboot of Gossip Girl?
Absolutely.
Definitely. I will try a reboot of just about anything. And like I said, I'm a completist, so I've got to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, it's only 10 episodes for the first season at least. So, I mean, we could totally do that, right? 10 episodes is nothing at this point. I can't believe shows are just 10 episodes now. We're used to like shows that are 22, 26 episodes sometimes. And now it's like they kind of sum everything up in 10 episodes. And you're like, wow, why didn't all the shows do that? I know. I mean, me who has a little attention span, but I know sometimes like when we want to go back and watch a show with nostalgia, we're like, oh man, that's the last one, or we want more.
Yeah.
But all right, so you guys are both on the board on the train for a reboot.
Yeah. I don't know that it'll be good, but I'll watch it.
I feel like it has to be sort of good because pretty much the same creators and writers are at least going to be in some parts of it. So it has to be semi-good, and it's HBO.
Yeah, and I think it'll have an updated voice. So hopefully that will reflect the generation today.
Yeah,
better.
Yeah, hopefully.
And
I'm excited for the clothes.
Yeah. Oh my God, me too.
They look
20 clothes.
Yes.
Like the fashion, it's still Constance and St. Jude. So like they're still in private school, but they have this like really cool, everyone has their own style. Where like we did in this Gossip Girl, where Serena has like the tie always, or Blair had her headband. But I think we can definitely see a lot more of just
individuality.
Exactly. Individuality.
And also there'll be parties. So I can't wait to see what they wear to parties.
Yes.
Yeah, because now there won't be in their school uniforms. It's like, here's a 2020 fashion. What's it going to be?
Right.
Yeah, I'm excited for that too.
Yeah.
Because Eric Damon is still going to be on the costume. So I'm super excited about that.
Yeah.
She also wants to know if you have been involved with their marketing. Have you signed up? They had that quick number you can text Gossip Girl. Have you been keeping up with any of the
No,
I didn't know that was
wish.
a thing.
That sounds fun.
It was fun for the moment we did it, and then we haven't gotten anything yet since then.
We did it last week, and it was really exciting to get like a Gossip Girl blast. And I was like, wow. And honestly, as the week went on, I totally forgot about it. And tonight I'm like, wow, I haven't heard from Gossip Girl.
We haven't heard from her in a
There's
while.
no blast, but I'm sure maybe the week leading up to it, we'll get like another blast, like, dearest reader, it's coming July 8th or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So that is all of our questions, but I want to know, Cordy, do you have a favorite season of Gossip Girl since you've seen the whole show?
Ooh. I don't know. I think season 2 is a good season, and I like season 4 too. I really like season 4. I love the Prince Louis plotline is one of my favorites. It's so dramatic.
Yes, it is.
So, yeah. I don't know. I like season 1 a lot because it's like classic. But
Yeah. Theo, have you decided on a favorite as of yet? Or maybe do you have a favorite storyline that you've watched so far?
I loved the Georgina storyline because I was a big Michelle Trachtenberg fan as a kid. So that, like, thinking about nostalgia, like that, the second she walked on screen, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's Michelle Trachtenberg.
She's amazing.
And I just, anytime she comes on, like even before the episode starts, when you see her name on the credits, you're like, oh, something crazy is going to happen.
Yeah. You know something big's going to happen. She just does such a beautiful job of being Georgina. She just embodies that character. Like when you see her, you're like, oh my God, yeah, she's pure evil, but also kind of is not at all.
Yeah.
She still has like a heart in there somewhere. It's just buried deep down.
I love Georgina. All the
I love
Georgina
her.
episodes, I like you said, you just know it's going to be a good time. I miss her. I ask Liz, I'm like, when is she coming back? Do we
She's
get any of
awesome.
her?
Do you want me to tell you when she's coming back? Do you want to come a little tease?
Kind of.
She'll be in the finale.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so
And it's a good finale. Obviously, if Michelle Trachtenberg's going to be in it, it's a great finale.
that is awesome.
Yeah, I wanted to give her a little positivity, you know?
No, I mean, hey,
It's a really
listen.
good finale.
Season 4 so far has been my favorite season.
Same. It has the most
It's
drama.
so good.
We know these characters. We
Yeah.
are switching up the pairings. It's nice to see people that we don't see them with all the time.
Yeah.
I wish that Rufus would talk more, but hey, I mean, at this point, I don't know if that's ever gonna happen.
Poor Rufus.
But
Yeah.
other than that, it's been a really good. I really like this season.
It's
I
a
know.
good season. Yeah.
I love Lily being on house arrest. Her like walking out of the party at the end of this episode.
That's
was
an
such
underrated part,
like,
for sure.
She's such a frustrating character because a lot of the times you're like, Lily, you are not being a good mother right now.
Yes.
But every once in a while, she just has such like a baller move.
Mm-hmm.
And this was one of those episodes.
That was a boss babe moment for her, for sure.
Yeah, and I
We
love
loved
that
it.
dress, and then she lifts it up, and you see the ankle monitor and her shoes. I'm like, ah,
Queen.
can I be her?
Queen.
Yeah. She just
I
knows
just
how to
love
do
her.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's great. She is definitely a very frustrating character that we have like at least 3 or 4 episodes a season where you're like, oh, Lily, she's the worst. Why is she so evil? And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, but she's the mom and we love her. She toys with my emotions the most, I
She
think.
does. And she's a character that we go back to and we're like, oh, we love Lily. Like we could be
Right, and,
upset
like,
with her, but then we actually love her.
In
She's
the
one of my
all
favorites.
gist of the character, I love her. I
Yeah.
do love her. Yeah.
Yeah, she's become one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah. And I think Blair, she's definitely getting up there for me too as one of my
Much
favorites.
respect for Blair.
Yeah.
You have to, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the thing about Blair is she does a lot of awful things, but she almost always gets consequences for the things she does, I would say. And most of the other characters don't face a lot of consequences.
Yes.
That's a good
So-
point.
Serena does not get many consequences.
Like Blair had to go to NYU for a year. That was the consequences of her actions.
That was
like,
a
she had to do-
punishment.
like seriously, for her it was.
For her, it was. And all because she couldn't keep her mouth shut about Dan being with a teacher. But
Oh my gosh.
never forget Miss Carr. Never
Miss
forget.
Carr.
That was some juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point, though. That's a really good point.
It's true. She
Yeah.
does get what's coming to her most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
She also just like is superhuman. Like
Yeah.
Blair accomplishes things that no one else could ever accomplish, and you got to give her credit for that.
Yeah, she's a
Absolutely.
really, really hard worker. She doesn't stop until she succeeds. So I give her a lot of props for that.
And we've said this before in the past, like to have Serena or Blair on your team, you want Blair. Blair will
yeah.
get stuff done.
Blair gets shit done, yeah.
She'll help you get through what you have to get through. 100% picking Blair.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Hopefully Serena gets there. So far,
Well,
yeah, she's
Serena
just been
always
tough.
has to go. I gotta go.
She's like,
gotta go.
She does always
That's
have
all
to
in
go.
this episode too. She said, "I have to go."
Oh my God. I wonder if there's like a video compilation of like her just saying I have to go. Because you're right. I never realized that until this moment.
I'm going to look that up too. That's
she
good.
always is like, I got to get out of here. But that's like her MO is like, I need to run away. Problems, gotta go. She doesn't face her problems. And that's why she always has so many. But I digress because our listeners are like, stop talking about Serena and how much you can't stand her.
Sorry, not sorry?
Sorry, not sorry. I know.
Yeah.
But that is everything. Do you guys have anything you'd like to discuss with us? Did you write down any bullet points that you're like, oh, I have to talk about this? Or did we touch upon anything?
I will just say one thing I noticed, because when I wrote to you guys saying we wanted to be on the show, I was like, we do a horror movie podcast, so like there's not a lot of overlap. I don't know if you want us, but we love Gossip Girl. But they did mention a few different horror movies in this episode.
They did.
Yeah. So I was like, it was meant to be.
Aww.
Yeah, they did. Actually, I was just telling Michelle, I don't know, I'm sure you guys have watched The Shining because that's like a classic. I was like the only person in the world, I think, that besides her, that hadn't seen it. And then we watched Dr. Sleep afterwards. Did you guys watch those movies? Because I found Dr. Sleep to be freaking amazing. I mean, I don't read Stephen King books, but I thought the movie was great.
I haven't seen it yet. Cordy hasn't seen The Shining.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I think every time we talk about watching it, it doesn't like pan out. But
yeah, I would like to, but I just don't want to watch it like all by myself. Sounds scary.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
You know what? It's definitely, I wouldn't say it's scary, but it's definitely psychologically creepy. There aren't like any like jumps, I don't think necessarily, but it is definitely creepy for sure. Dr. Sleep, though, I don't know if you guys have read the book. I didn't read the book, but my boyfriend said the movie was better than the book. So I thought the movie was great. Well, I don't know why I just had to go on a rant about that.
Mike Flanagan, right? Who does like The Haunting of Hill House.
Which was my absolute favorite show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. It's my favorite story of all time. And if you haven't seen the 60s movie, you should. It's really good. I
haven't.
And if you haven't seen the 90s movie, you also should, because it's the most bonkers movie in the entire world.
It's hilarious.
It's
bizarre.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe that's what I'm going to tell my boyfriend this weekend. That's what we're going to do, because we've been on like this horror movie like kick for some reason. But Haunting on Hill House, by far one of my absolute best favorite shows that has ever been created.
Incredible.
Yeah, and I never read the books. I'm not a big reader, as you can tell. I haven't read any of these books, but I thought the show was phenomenal. And so
yeah, I have an appointment in a week to get a Cup of Stars tattoo. So
wow,
I am a big fan.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Well, you'll have to send us a picture.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Well, we thank you guys so much for joining us. It's so nice to talk to people who love Gossip Girl. And even though you don't podcast about something similar, we can still have a great conversation about it. And thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you. It was great to get a chance to talk about this kind of thing and not like have to limit it to a short tangent and cut out 20 minutes of it, which is what we usually do. So
I don't have many friends who watched Gossip Girl, honestly. So having people to like nerd out about it with is so fun.
Yeah, and that's
same here.
What we're here for. We're just, if you have a Gossip Girl loving friend that wants to hear friends talk about it, we're your gals.
Really,
I know. We just talk about TV all the time. There we are.
We are good.
We are good. Thank you to Cordy and Theo. What sweet girls.
They're so cute.
They're so cute. I wish you guys could have seen them.
I know.
Go follow them on Instagram, see their pictures, Freaky Franchise.
And go listen to their podcast if you're into horror movies, which I know we have listeners that are definitely into horror movies.
Hell yeah, guys. Do your part.
Yeah, exactly. Do your part.
Do your part as a TBM member, and you like horror. Go over there and check those girls out because they're so sweet, super nice. So I'll give you some trivia. It's not the greatest, but the episode title is based off the movie Pretty in Pink, obviously. The episode was sponsored by Guilt, obviously. Lily and Serena are shown shopping on the site, and boxes from the company are shown around the Vanderwoodson apartment. Raina is revealed to be 26.
Is that on the birth
I guess so.
certificate?
Which would mean she's significantly older than both Chuck and Nate, who are 20. Not that it matters, but like you would, I just feel like this girl who's like this bad boss bitch, 26. Let me just go to Nate Archibald, the 20-year-old who like doesn't leave his apartment.
Well, they're all in the same world.
They are in the same world.
So it's, age is just a number.
It absolutely is. Yeah. We had some music by Oland, the Ting Tings, the Vaccines, the Asteroids, Galaxy Tour, the Pierces, 2 Hours Traffic, and Danica. We finally had some headbands this week.
How many did you have?
I had 2.
Same.
From
The
both
Minions.
Minions. Yes. I really like Charlie's, I was going to say cheetah scarf. Wow,
Yikes.
brain.
Shout out to Lily's ankle bracelet.
She looks just like a badass.
Let's just call it an ankle bracelet.
It's an ankle bracelet. Just
That's
an
all it is.
accessory.
Yeah.
I liked Blair's plaid poncho.
The coat
jacket.
thing.
Yeah.
I had that too. I like Rufus's pullover.
I liked Raina's dark green pea coat.
Yeah.
She looks so good in that color.
I like Serena's ring. She had a statement ring.
And we were trying to figure out her bracelet.
The cuff, I think it was a starfish.
Which is really cool. It's
Yeah.
probably super uncomfortable though. Because
Is it
it's like really
tight and
big.
stiff?
Yes. Like you really can't move your wrist around
on
a
my
lot.
small wrist. I have like a fetus size wrist. I can't really wear bracelets unless they're elastic because bangles just fall off.
Just
of
fall
me.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have like a average size wrist,
That's
I think.
nice.
I can fit all of my fingers around my wrist, when you do
Me
the cuff.
too. Yep.
I know some people can't do that.
Everyone take a break right now.
and do that. Can you fit all of your fingers around your wrists? I really liked Serena's dress at the party.
Me too.
And I really liked Lily's dress at the party.
Blair's was cute too. I like the sweetheart.
Blair's
hat.
was cute.
As it went down, it kind of looked like a cake.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the bottom, but
No.
she looked pretty. The lipstick matched. It was all cute.
I like Vanessa's jacket with the metallic.
That was so cool. I didn't notice that the first time I watched, but I was like, that's a cool jacket.
And you know what? Padge's white button down.
Mm-hmm.
How
Padge in a
how have
suit.
your dreams been?
I haven't had a Gossip Girl dream lately.
Not
I
a
think,
Padge dream?
No. You know why? I usually have them on the nights that I take my notes and things, because Gossip Girl's on the mind.
Fresh. Mm-hmm.
But last night is actually when I decided to watch this episode again and finish my notes, and I did not have a Gossip Girl dream.
Maybe
unfortunately,
tonight.
maybe tonight I will.
That's quite a laugh.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
How about some quotes?
Want to come over later for some screenings?
It says, "Let's skip dinner and make a sex tape."
This say sexy and smart.
I'm sorry, I'm new at this. How is this better than just asking them?
We're just friends. Date away.
And you bring royalty to Vasulka?
Who needs a map when you just follow the cheater?
Hey, where are you going with those scones?
Not in front of, under the nose of.
Blair, I always find out.
Don't let Sarah Palin ruin it for you. Alaska is amazing.
I was like, wow, that reference is so dated, but also so perfect here.
Yeah.
And who moves a party?
Not having to face another Botox bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And then I committed social suicide for you.
Right? She did commit social suicide.
And also, I was planning on standing you up.
So good.
One of my other favorite moments, and I don't know where to put this, was when Lily was on the couch with Rufus and she was just comfortable with her foot.
I love the foot.
That moment right there.
I was like, relax, Lily. We never get to see that.
In a dress. I mean, that was so relatable.
So
How
relatable.
she was sitting and her foot's just, there's no shoe.
And the most beautiful foot I've ever seen.
Oh, we love your foot, Lily. Shout out to your foot.
Shout out to Lily's foot. Oh, goodness. How about an MVP and shittiest? I struggled with both. I didn't struggle, I should say. The shittiest I really struggled with, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure about my shittiest.
All right. MVP, though?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, Lily. Yeah, I have a blue ribbon to
Queen.
Nate, though. I felt like he was a good support system for
Isn't
Raina,
he always?
as he always is. But Lily, with shutting down her own party, I mean, hysterical.
Yeah, no, Lily was a queen in this episode.
Yeah, and Will and Vic also agreed. And Tish picked Rufus.
Sweet.
For helping change the party and, of course,
Yeah.
always looking out for Lily. Shittiest. I'm going to go with my gut, I guess. There we go.
It's strange because this is Gossip Girl and I don't have a shittiest.
I know. It's like everyone was pretty good at, so.
I really don't have
I know who it is, but it's like a cop out.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Who am I forgetting?
Probably no one because mine doesn't really. Let's just do it.
Let's just have a shitty discussion.
All right, we'll have a shitty discussion.
Because you're going to lead and then I'm going to butt in.
Okay. I picked all of the Noopsy Pink ladies.
Oh, like Anne.
But I don't give it to Anne only for the sole purpose of Lily did shut her out when she was divorcing the captain. Right. She was nasty and didn't invite her to her Christmas party, which I was shocked about because I was like, Lily, I thought we were past this. I thought you were like softening to this world.
And why?
But now it's like a slap in the face for her, so I think she finally got it.
Yeah, it took like taste of her own medicine.
Yeah, but Anne was nasty. She was an icy bitch.
Right.
But I also kind of laughed when she said it because I was like, oh shit.
No, she's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
So we can't hold that against her.
No. Vic did pick Anne, but I understand why she did.
Yeah, right. Who did everyone else pick?
I also picked maybe Serena for being petty.
Yes, but no.
Will and Tish picked Serena.
The petty. Well, I was going to pick her just for the ending scene.
I know.
Are you bored?
Right. That's why the shitty was really hard for me because, like, the default could be Anne because she was so mean, but I don't feel that.
No.
So that's our discussion about the shittiest.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to say.
Guys, it's Betty of the Week time.
You're a total Betty. You're a total Betty. You're a total Betty.
I was just discussing with Michelle, can we call said Betty of the Week this name? So we had a new pledge, Stefania, who, if you don't already know, we interviewed on a bonus episode for this podcast. So go take a listen to it because she wrote a book. She's amazing. She's a superstar. Gwen Stefania. Stefania, if you hate Gwen Stefani, we are so sorry.
We'll change it.
We will change it. And we love you. And you're a superstar in our eyes. And that's what we were thinking and going towards with that name. But
yeah.
Thank you for the pledge. That was so unnecessary and we couldn't believe it. And we are so thankful for that you're here. And we hope our listeners and our patrons will get to know you.
Yeah.
And get all your good insight.
Yeah. And check out that bonus episode where we discuss Stefania's book, Teen TV.
Teen TV.
It's out for purchase.
Go get it.
And you know what? This book is not just for professors or in media studies. It's for everyone who's interested in television like me. If you guys are nerds like me when it comes to television, this is our jam.
And especially teens. So it's teens from pretty much all generations and all decades of
and how
television.
And the influence. It's great.
Yeah. So thank you, Stefania.
Thank you, Stefania.
That's so sweet. We really appreciate you. We also have some birthdays this month.
We sure do.
We have a load of birthdays, but when this episode airs, it will be Katie's birthday on the 6th.
Yep.
And Daphne's birthday on the 7th. So happy birthday, you guys.
Happy birthday.
Love y'alls. Okay. Are you ready for the title?
Yeah, I am.
Next week?
Of course.
Episode 20 with our patron Jalance, because she requested this episode. She said, oh my God, this episode is so good. Can I be on it? And I was like, yeah, girl. You a patron?
You got it, Jalance.
You got it, girlfriend. So the title for next week, episode 20, The Princesses and the Frog.
Cute.
Very cute. My 3 gossip words are...
3 gossip words.
Crush. Ring. Producer. I know.
It's just a little crush.
So good classic song.
Yeah. So, okay. Crush. Well, I think Charlie has a crush on Padge. I think Serena has a crush on what's his name?
Jean-Michel.
Jean-Michel. Is that his name?
Jean-Michel.
Really?
Jean. Jean-Paul Michel something. Whatever his name is.
I think that Louis is going to present a ring to Blair. Yeah. Or the discussion of a ring is like, we gotta lock this down. We can't see that she's messing around. We need you to be a princess. Producer.
Yeah, this one's just a wrench and everything.
Oh, good. At least you admit to that.
Well, it doesn't really have to do with the other two.
Producer. Is Padge going to get a job or a role in some school production and he's going to produce? We haven't seen him in school.
Remember? It's funny because in this episode today, Vanessa says, don't you have off on Fridays? Why
Right.
are you at NYU?
Well, that's what I'm saying. What are we doing? The other thing, too, is like, what do these words have to do with Raina and that whole situation? And maybe none of them.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe there was a ring that Bart gave to Avery and had to burn the evidence there. Something could be there. Or I could crush you. So this doesn't mean there's a crush on anyone, but someone's literally going to be crushed. Producer, though, huh? I'm just going to stick with that. We're going to see him in school producing something.
Okay. Sure.
For now.
That's good. You marinate.
Yeah.
And unto next week.
That's right.
How about a pink emoji of some sort?
Well, we have a heart.
We have a pink heart. There's a pink flower. How about whatever you guys want? That's pink.
Just send us a pink emoji.
Something pink.
And while you're at it, you can stick that pink emoji in an Apple Podcast review.
Oh, wish there was a pink apple, pink lady.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. So Apple Podcasts updated their app. I was telling Liz this earlier. And we have produced 86 episodes
of Three Gossip Girls.
And that includes a couple of like other ones that we've released in terms of Riverdale. But
it's a lot, yeah.
So anyway, you should go to your Apple Podcasts.
You should.
App if you're using it, and you should leave us a review because it helps the show. Okay, we checked in last week, and I know you're dying to know our numbers have even grown even more since last week.
It's crazy.
I'm not even making this up.
Why?
Why would I lie? Why would I make this up?
Why would you lie? We're not trying to toot our own horns, but a little toot. You know?
Just proud.
So absolutely so proud, and it's because of you that we've gotten here. So the more you leave a rating and review, the higher our numbers go up on that chart. So,
that's right.
You know?
So I'm going to read. We got 2 reviews.
2 reviews.
First one. Best. 5 stars. K. Zero.
Sure.
I could be pronouncing it wrong, and I apologize.
You know who you are. Thank you.
Thank you. Best podcast. I've loved this show for a while and was looking for a podcast that spoke about it when I stumbled upon this one. I love this podcast and these ladies' network. I even got inspired to start watching The OC and listening to that podcast as well. Since Michelle is watching my favorite show, I will watch hers too. Thank you so much.
That is so sweet.
Keep up all the good work, ladies. Hashtag hair heart is bursting.
Oh my God.
P.S. Padge Bentley should get his name legally changed. I agree. It would make things a lot easier.
It would make things a lot easier.
I'm telling you, the day we meet him, I've had this like vision.
I know you're going to call him Padge and be like, oh my God.
The whole time be like, don't say Padge, don't say Padge, don't say Padge.
Just say pen,
or I'll be like,
pen,
nervous of like, you know, the whole time I was calling you Padge.
He's like, that's not funny.
And like, I don't want to be on this anymore. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our second review, XOXO Gossip Jill.
Gossip Jill?
5 stars from Jamie Applegate. My love-hate relationship with Gossip Girl is long and storied. However, for 3GG, they taught me to love dissecting it and having watch parties for it and exposing my hatred of Cher. Highly recommend to both veterans and newbies as it's spoiler-free with an After Dark segment. Love Liz and Michelle. Hate Cher forever.
XOXO. Love it.
Love it. Thank you guys so much. Just thank you for listening too. If you're out there on Spotify, keep listening there.
If you have an option to review us on your podcast platform.
I don't know if that's possible. I'm not
sure. I feel like there may be one other out there. It's just none of the other apps have it. They should have their own ranking system, you know?
I know. But the numbers count. You're listening.
The numbers count.
We're growing. We're getting that momentum.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. So much. All right. Before we break for After Dark, I have a Will's treat, as I normally do.
It's like dessert for the end.
It's the end of the night. So Gossip Girl characters as symptoms requested by Vic, patron.
Oh.
So we have Blair. Excessive dreaming. Her dream is to be Audrey Hepburn. Not a bad symptom. Chuck. Hemorrhoidal bleeding. He is an ass. Serena. Fatigue. Although there has been a recent... Wow, my fucking brain. Serena. Fatigue. Although there has been a recent uptick in likability in the last few episodes, she has been tiring all season and was tiring in this episode. Dan. Chest pain. His heart has been bruised and battered lately. Nate. Low-grade fever. He helps you address a need and is always low stakes in relationships, besides his dalliances with Serena. Jenny. Migraine. She is Rufus's headache for better or worse. Eric. Malaise. Okay. Vanessa. High-grade fever. If she is in the picture, a storm is brewing. Lily. Wheezing. With her it is, as always, smoke and mirrors. Rufus. Lethargy. I can't decide which has less punch, Rufus's storylines or his spirit. Louis. Confusion. Our favorite Frenchman was a bit perplexed by this episode until the end. Bart. Brain freeze. Short and excruciating. William. Indigestion. His character is a hard pill to swallow. Trip Vanderbilt. Diarrhea. He is a little shit.
Oh, hey, Trip.
Maureen and Miss Carr. Elevated heart rate. Maybe it's just me.
XOXO Will.
XOXO Will. He never fails to deliver some comedic moments for this podcast.
Gosh, Will.
I love it so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Will. Thank you to everyone for your questions. Thank you to everyone for listening. Thank you, Theo and Cordy, for joining us. You girls were so super sweet. And it's time for us to tick up.
Tick up.
We're ticking up.
Here we go. Tick, 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 tick.
You know you love us.
XOXO.
Gossip Girls.
After Dark.
And then After Dark is silent.
Well, we've arrived.
I know. It's just so funny that it goes like transitions to music. And then we're like, hello, we're here. It's After Dark.
After Dark.
We're slow and slinky. And
so last week we texted Gossip Girl.
yeah, she never answered.
It was fun though. And I'm really hoping I get some more.
Yeah.
And you read some tweets with Josh Safran about the reboot. We discovered 10 episodes.
Yes. So I have a couple of bullet points about the reboot.
Yeah.
Because our listener Audrey Marie sent a video last week, and I said, okay, I'll look through it, make sure. The video has spoiler scenes. They don't, discuss the spoilers, but we're showing all these clips. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna sum it up.
Yeah.
I'll post it on Patreon with spoilers, beware, but just putting it out there. So as I said earlier in the episode, we know that Schwartz and Savage, Saffron and Damon are all going to be a part of it in some capacity. We don't know to what. Just maybe
they're not producing it?
I don't know if they're directly producing it.
Really?
But I think that they're at least going to be, called upon for things.
What do you mean? Who's for producing it?
I thought they weren't confirmed that they were producing it fully. I thought Joshua Safran was like the showrunner of this one.
So he's the showrunner?
Yeah, I don't think Schwartz and Savage are
they like executive producers?
Maybe they're just gonna be a part of it.
Okay.
But not directly the directors, producers of the show.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure. Again, this is what we have been rumored to know. No one knows for sure pretty much anything. And they wanted it to be an extension of the show and not a reboot. So it's just an extension. The synopsis is 8 years later. So keeping with 2012 ending, 2020 beginning. So 8 years. So again, where we left off at the season 6 finale, 8 years from there. I don't know if that's post time jump or pre time jump. I have no idea. Because there is a time jump in the finale.
Yeah, which
but
we
like
figured.
a sum up time jump, not like we're in the time jump. You know what I mean?
So I wonder, that's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like the time jump happens, right? However,
But
it
are we
shows.
ignoring that? I don't know.
Or that is what happens, and we're just going to go back and live in this world
Of
like show stories.
Show of like how it came there.
Yeah.
How
and
it got
that
there.
time jump still exists. That is
Right,
actually
right.
what happens.
They wanted.
We're just going.
Right. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see when it comes to the
Okay,
finale of the
okay.
season. But they also said this is a shedding a new light on New York and Brooklyn because, as we know, things have changed with New York and Brooklyn for the past 8 years.
Yeah.
Brooklyn is now the cool place to live, and they will address that this is the new cool place. Gossip Girl is not a website. It's going to be an app
Ooh.
of some sort, so that everyone is involved. There isn't an entity that's controlling it. Everyone is Gossip Girl.
Okay.
Yeah, which, I mean, at this point in 2021, you kind of have to do something like that.
Don't mean to interrupt
Yeah,
you.
go ahead.
Josh Schwartz is executive producer
Oh.
of Gossip Girl.
Okay, cool. That's good.
Listed one episode, but I know there's only one episode listed so far
Right.
for Gossip Girl.
All right, so he's still on the pilot of it, which is great.
Well, I think they're probably just listing. There's only one episode listed that we know
Right.
the air date. We don't know the rest of the air dates for the rest.
Right,
Is this-
so...
Yeah. I thought
We'll
so. I'm like,
see.
there's no way. Yeah.
Episodes will be 45 minutes to an hour, potentially.
Okay.
And they are 10 episodes, as we said.
Okay.
First episode will have a fashion show. Second episode will have a charity event.
Is this the OC? I'm sorry.
I know. And a Halloween episode will be making an appearance.
Yes!
Yeah. On to the characters. There will be a love triangle because obviously. We have Audrey Hope, who is played by Emily Allen Lind, who is Barbara's daughter. She is titled Grace because she's a classic, likes Audrey Hepburn, reads. She's dating a guy named Aki, who his name is Aquino Menzies. He's played by Evan Mock. He has pink hair, if you've seen pictures of him.
Okay.
And he's titled as Innocent and Sweet. We'll see to what capacity.
Ooh.
We have Kate Keller, played by Tavi Gemson.
Tavi Gevinson, who I have followed
Who's
since
that?
she was like 12 years old doing
Where's
her
she
blog.
from?
The Style Ricky blog.
I don't know that.
She
I
had a
don't know
blog,
that.
and I also saw her on Broadway with Kieran Culkin and what's the awkward one from Superbad?
No, Michael Cera.
That's right. The three of them were in a Broadway
I'm like,
play.
Evan. No, that's not him. Oh, that's awesome. Well, she is
Tavi.
playing the ambitious person.
Tavi Gevinson.
And the person in the YouTube video says they give Big Blair maybe possibly nasty, bitchy vibes,
Oh my
energy.
gosh.
But we'll see.
Oh my gosh, Tavi.
Yes, we have Max Wolf, played by Thomas Doherty, who is the one that Mike was showing us. He's got those big, strong cheekbones. His title is Freedom, and it seems as though he is gay from what we understand, and he might be a bit full of himself.
Sure, I love
He's
it.
the one that we thought maybe was like the Nate-esque type
Mhm.
character.
Mhm.
We have Otto Obi Bergman IV, played by Eli Brown. His title is Privileged, and he's BFFs with Aki. We have Julian Calloway, played by Jordan Alexander. This girl is fucking gorgeous. She's the one with the buzzed hair.
Mhm.
Her title is Influence, and apparently she's an influencer on the show.
Ooh.
Yeah, so this
Oh,
could be
I
cool.
love that.
And her best friend is Audrey.
Cool.
And then they said maybe she's possible Queen Bee energy too, because all the pictures, she's always in the middle. She has
Uh-huh.
like these, looks like Minion-esque type girls, Monet and Luna, who Monet is played by Savannah Smith with Power as her description. And Luna is her bestie. And they seem to have like this funny rapport characters, her and Luna. And Luna's description is fashion. And she's played by Zion Moreno. And so I guess she's like the big fashion one.
Fun.
And then we have Zoya Lott, played by Whitney Peak. And in her description is perspective, which people are thinking she's a Dan Jenny reincarnated, an outsider, not wealthy. And she possibly is going to have a relationship with Obi.
Wow.
Lots of information just for pictures.
This is a lot of characters.
Lots of characters. Way too many characters. So I don't know
who we're focusing on or if we're focusing on all.
And Kristen Bell is going to be the voice of Gossip Girl, which we know is confirmed.
You were telling me off mic about an interview you read with Kristen Bell.
Oh my God. I don't remember if she was on a podcast or if I was watching her. You know how the GQ has like, let's go back and do all of your best roles or whatever. And I heard an interview with her and she said it wasn't on Fat Mascara. It might have been on Fat Mascara because they're talking about her happy dance. She has a CBD stuff.
I listened to that episode. How do I not remember this?
Maybe this is not. Anyway, my point is she said growing her career, she wanted to do Gossip Girl because they were canceling Veronica Mars. And she's like, you got to give me something. Let me be on Gossip Girl. I'll do the voice. And so she said the entire time she was a Gossip Girl voice, they never gave her one single note. They were like, okay, perfect. See you next week. Like that. She got it. She embodied Gossip Girl. She knew in her heart and soul the way she said it. She's like, I'm Gossip Girl. That's it. And like, I love it. And now when you hear her voice and then you hear her voice over the trailer for, the new show, you're like, wow, this is still Gossip Girl.
Good.
It's so good. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I also have Theo and Cordy's After Dark thoughts. I'm going to play for us now.
Okay.
So the thing about this episode is that it makes no sense that it's Dan.
I think it makes hilarious sense.
Like, on both the level of, like, why would Dan do this to himself? Unless he really, like, has this whole secret plan with Blair. But also, like, how could he have done it?
I love to think that Dan, I love to think about him posting things about himself on Gossip Girl, like, happily.
Calling himself Lonely Boy?
Yeah, I just like to think about him, like, smiling at his phone when he sends out a blast.
Oh, yeah, it's
a no for me.
It
doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't make sense. It's so stupid.
But I do love the idea that he made out with Blair and then took the time to be like, hold on one second. I'm just going to go in this corner for a minute. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he was very quick about it.
Does Dan even have a nice enough phone to run Gossip Girl? I doubt it.
Probably not. I don't think they had phones back then. in the 2010s.
It's a no for me for this one.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, okay, that's why it goes back to it has to be a forum.
Right,
but then who tipped it off?
Well, it's funny because Angelina goes, did Padge go run off in the corner and post that blast lurking? Perhaps he was trying to eliminate the competition.
No, I think What's-Her-Face just uploaded it and be like, you can upload anything.
Yeah, I think you can just upload everything. Whatever you post on there is like nobody kind of scrubs it first. It just goes. Which I feel like is wrong, but also, it's like any website where people can post whatever they want, any comments.
Like Reddit.
It's just, it's exactly, that's what it is. It's like Reddit. Okay, I saw Serena van der Woodsen over here. Maybe she's hanging out with Nate. Maybe whatever it is.
Right.
You can write that and have freedom of speech and just write it.
Right.
So, just like this, what's her name? Wow, what's her name? Charlie, she just posted it right away.
She just uploaded
Here you go,
it.
Gossip
It
Girl.
was way too soon.
Yeah.
And
he looked at it. He's like, what?
And Blair was kissing Padge. She would have noticed him. They came down the stairs together.
Right.
There was no time for him to even
You're absolutely
edit
right.
this, filter this.
There's no way.
It.
There's no way.
Yeah.
So
forum.
It has to be a forum. People just post it. We go back to every single week. I do believe he was the one who started it all. He is Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
But he doesn't continually be Gossip Girl.
Right. And I think maybe when you upload it, like if we're going into the logistics of this page, this app, you can be like, oh, send blast. Like maybe there's things where you could just upload to the server and then it's like, oh no, this needs to be blasted.
Right.
You press the blast and then everybody gets the blast.
Right.
I'm creating my own way that this works.
Yeah, that could work.
Right?
Yeah. So he's just as surprised as everyone else is, that this video now is live. Unless there's some twisted way where this is like they said, going to benefit him in some capacity, and so he's okay with releasing it. But I don't think he even knew it was there.
There was no time for him to release that. He was literally lip locking. She took the picture, sent it.
Right.
He came down the stairs.
Right. It's not like he took the video.
No.
You know?
He had no time to approve it or even look at his phone.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she pressed him, was like, emergency blast. And I think people who subscribe to this app and who upload to it know what's an emergency and what's not. So maybe pictures and videos get blasted automatically. Mm-hmm. And text is just like, oh, scene at the movies. Like, oh, that's boring.
Right. Yeah. Right. Because, oh, hi, souls. The picture that Charlie sent to Serena of Blair and Dan at the
with the
suits,
ties?
yeah, like that could have easily been on Gossip Girl. Yeah, like I don't know if it was posted on there.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, and it's just funny that Blair, she goes to Fasalka thinking that, okay, that restaurant, nobody's gonna know that I'm there. But then, how did Charlie knows she was there?
Because they used the Gossip Girl map.
Right. So it's like, okay, everyone knows that you're there then. And so they can very well see that Prince Louis is going to be there and Dan.
Well, I think you're only, maybe when you sign up for Gossip Girl, you're automatically tracked. And because Louis is not on Gossip Girl, he's not tracked.
That's true. And nobody knows or supposed to know that he's here.
Right. I think when you sign up for Gossip Girl, or like if you subscribe to get Blast, you're automatically added to the map.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That has to be. Wow, I feel like a lot better that I figured it out mentally how this works.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see how they explain it.
Oh, me too. Me too.
If they even explain it.
Yeah.
I hope they do, but I'm looking forward to the reboot. I get more and more excited the more we talk about it because, at first I was like, oh, come on. It's been off the air for, 8 years. Nobody needs to do a reboot when it's only been off the air for that, that long of a time, or short of a time, I should say. But the more we read about it and knowing that a lot of the old, directors and not cast, but producers and things like that are going to be on board.
I think also we're leaning into it more is when Three Gossip Girls goes on break, Gossip Girl starts. So
it's perfect timing.
It's perfect timing. We're going to cover it in some capacity, but our brains can kind of separate.
Yeah.
We won't be trying to watch 2 Gossip Girls at the same time.
No, it works out pretty perfectly for us that we can kind of just enjoy it for what it is and not get our brains confused with what we're currently watching.
And talk about it.
And talk about
fresh
it, yeah.
eyes, because you don't know what's going to happen. And I don't.
Nobody knows.
There's no spoilers.
And we're assuming that it's going to be weekly. So each week it's going to be like that hyped up what's going to happen. Hopefully we have those Reddit pages going and people are going to be making predictions and theories for things. So
I'm really excited for this.
I'm excited for that. It's a new, completely different. It's still like the same cultural phenomenon, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
But just they're doing it in a more present light. Like, we have so many, it's like a very inclusive looking cast for sure. Inclusivity with your sexual orientation, whatever it may be. So that's a positive outlook on the entire show for me, at least. Like I feel like, yes, we're something to look forward to here. And the kids seem to look like kids. They don't look like they're in their late 20s.
We'll see. I'm sure.
I don't know how old some of these are, but they at least embody teens.
And maybe they're 17 in the show.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not starting off as
right. Maybe they're not starting off as sophomores or juniors, which is like, oh, come on.
We'll see.
Yeah. I'm excited, though.
Me too. I'm really excited.
So let us know if you're going to watch the reboot. We will definitely be talking about it. So.
Yeah, we'll be covering it.
All right, guys. Until next week, episode 20. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
2 away from the finale after that. Wow. Wow. Thank you so much for listening to 3 Gossip Girls. You can find us on all social media platforms at 3 Gossip Girls Pod or at 3gossipgirlspod@gmail.com.
This has been a Total Betty Media podcast, produced and edited by Michelle Rubenstein and Alyssa Tenio, music by Anthony Vicora.